Hello everybody, I'm Alee. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about this Opulence palette from Zoeva. So this palette was released in the winter of 2017, I think, but I haven't really seen a lot of people talking about it. I'm not really sure why, because when I check on the website, this looks beautiful. The package of this palette just looks so pretty. It reminds me of the gardens in the royal families from Europe in the old times. But anyway, this is how I feel about this palette. That's why I bought this palette, because I really like how it looks. And this is the inside of the palette. There is some interesting color in this palette, including this blue and this red. And I also love several of the shimmer shades in the palette. So anyway, I did today's look with this palette, and if you're interested in how I did this look, please keep on watching and let's get started. Now I already got my face done, I primed my eyes, I did my eyebrows. Let's start to finish the eye look. So there's one big flaw of this palette, in my opinion, which is that it doesn't really have a really good transition color. So we can see most of the shades in this palette are shimmer, and there are only two true matte colors in this palette. This like dark red and this brown almost dark shades. These are the only two matte shades in this palette. I don't think either of these two shades is a good transition color. So I'm going to use my Tarte's Pro palette. You can use any palette in your collection. I'm going to dip into this cool tone peachy transition shade and put it all over my eyes. Now let's go back to the Opulence palette and dig into this red shade. This is going to be the start of today's eye look. So now let's take a brush and dig into the Opulence palette of this red shade right here and put it underneath the transition shade. Next step, I'm going to take this shade called Sense of Movement and put it in the corner of my eyes. I would prefer to wet my brush because these shimmer shades and metallic shades, they just perform better when you wet your brush. So that's what I'm gonna do here. Next step, I'm going to take this shade Imperial. So now I'm going to finish my lower lash lines with basically the same step of the upper part. So I'm going to use a brush and dig into the transition shade and put it underneath my eyes. Now I'm going to take the red shade and put it underneath my eyes. And then I'm going to take the Sense of Movement shade, put it in the very end of my lower lash line. Now I'm back with some eyelashes on, and I also put some mascara in the lower lash. So this is pretty much the eye look I'm going for today. And I'm going to add some blushes and some lipsticks. I'm going to use the BH Cosmetics Classic Blush 10 color blush palette. I will take this shade in the middle. So this is the look I'm going for today. I'm really happy with how it turned out. But one thing I want to mention is that it doesn't seem to be a really complete palette. They could have like replaced one of these shimmer shades and put like a highlight color or like a good transition color so that I don't have to dig into my other palettes. Other than that, this shade, Imperial, it turned out to be a little bit different than how it looks in the pan. In the pan it looks brighter, like more bronze, but on my, like, this is where I put this shade and it just looks a lot darker than how it looks in the palette. So in general, I'm happy with the palette. I bought this palette for the look, but in general I'm very happy with the quality of Zoeva's formula, so I'm still happy I got this one. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this eye look, please give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you want to see more eye looks that I do in the future. This is pretty much for today, and thank you guys. Bye bye.